once again, I'm off to the races. Today it's probably going to be a real wet race. It started raining last night at about 9 p.m. and quit this morning at about 5 a.m. So I'm heading to the races right now. I didn't bring any rain tires. I didn't bring any rain clothing. If you go off the track, I have this theory. Every time you go off the track, it's about an hour's worth of cleaning on your go-kart at PKRA. When it rains the night before and you go off the track, it's about 2 hours. For every 10 feet that you add to that length of time that you were off the track, add about another hour. So we're going to have some muddy, we might call this PKRA mud bogs, because there's certain spots on this track that a lot of water collects, and it happens to be in spots where people have gone off the track consistently and they've created like a little rut that gets filled up with water. So this should be for some great racing action today. We're racing the kid kart track, like I said once before. This is a quick little track. 42, 41 second laps. We might even get down into 40-second laps. I'm not really sure. I did a practice session on Friday night. The track was cold. It was at like 6 o'clock till about 9 o'clock at night. The tires did come up to heat, but it took a little time. But had a lot of fun. A lot of the K100 karts that race in my class showed up 2 weeks ago on a Friday. I think we had 7 or 8. So this might be one fantastic race. This is race number 5, and after this there'll be 5 more to go. So stay tuned. Let's see what happens. Well, the heat race went pretty good. I started in 4th and I finished in 4th. There was a couple people that changed positions, so that's okay. We came back, we cleaned the carburetor, we, what do you call it, I flipped the tires in the front, I reset my camber and stuff, make sure that that's all good, and I changed my gearing. I was at an 1178, I'm now at an 1181. So hopefully that'll give me a few more RPMs. Right now I'm running 14,300 RPMs. So this should get me up a little bit higher. Some of the other guys are getting up to about 15,000 RPMs. I just wasn't hitting that. In the first 2 laps I was about ready to run over the 2 guys in front of me because I had so much coming out of the kid cart corner. So it should be a pretty good race. Up next, main event. definitely not the results or the outcome that I would have wanted for the race, but that's racing. Started out the day, I qualified pretty decent. We were all within 1,000th of a second on qualifying. So that made for a tight race. Going into the first heat race, I was a little loose coming out of a couple turns, and I had a couple corners that the acceleration would kind of bog down a little bit, so that was kind of frustrating for me. But after the heat race, I flopped the tires in the front from side to side. I rebuilt the carburetor, pulled it all apart, and cleaned it all up. Readjusted it, got it to run as crisp and clean as I could. I changed my gearing in the back, and I thought maybe I could get out of the hole a little bit quicker. A couple of the things that I tried backfired. They just didn't work as well as I thought they were. I changed my camber in the front, made sure it was all correct and adjusted properly. Basically what I'm saying is I tried to set up the kart as best I could for the main event. The main event started out really good until about the 7th or 8th lap, and then it started getting loose again in the rear, and made a couple mistakes here and there, and ended up the second to last lap, or on the last lap, getting hit from behind going through the start finish line, and I got pushed into the tires, pushed off the track and pushed into the tires, and I bent my steering shaft, and basically game over. But other than that, it was a good race. It's a racing incident. If you're getting into racing and thinking it's not going to happen, eventually it's going to be your turn. And today it was my turn. I want to thank all the participants that came out and raced with me, and want to thank their parents and girlfriends or wives, because without support, a lot of these guys just can't go out and race. So I really want to thank them. I really appreciate all my fans for watching RaceBumTV. I appreciate all the private messages I get, and I try to answer them as fast as I can. And to those you're new to watching my channel, please like, share, subscribe, send me a message, tell me what you like, what you don't like. I appreciate your feedback. Our next race will be on January 27th. It'll be at PKRA again. I'm not sure what the track configuration will be, but I look forward to a great race. Next week is Pro Auto Sports is racing on Sunday out at Firebird Raceway, and down in Tucson they're also racing on Sunday also. So I might take my shifter cart out next Sunday, and I'll do some video footage of that, whichever one I choose to do or able to do, and I'll post that. This video hopefully will be up and running in the next, I'd like to get my videos out at least by Tuesday evening, and then maybe do another video on Friday. So that's kind of been my posting schedule. I'll try to get one out every Tuesday and do one on something else, how to take your go-kart apart. Like I'll probably do a video from this last race on kart maintenance, because I'm gonna have to take this kart apart and completely clean it. It's a mess. It rained yesterday, like I said earlier, and now I've got some carnage to fix, and we'll have to get all that up and running. So until then, I am the real Race Bum, and I'll see you at the races.
Yeah, help him, kid.
Shit happens, it's racing.
Well, I tried to avoid you. Sorry, Rich.